everybody. Greetings from Lincoln, Nebraska. I am coming to you from my home office because I, like the rest of the world, am stuck in my home and not able to travel freely about the country. And if I'm being real, like not able to freely travel around like my own city. So anyhow, I wanted to take a few minutes and do a video for you and talk to you all about a new webinar series that Work Warrior is releasing on Friday called How to Live Your Most Okayish Life. And I wanted to tell you a story about how this whole idea came to be. So it was a couple of Sundays ago, and I was on my front porch planting seeds. And I remember it was a beautiful day, and I had my fresh cup of coffee with me, and I had jerry-rigged this leash together so that Alexander could come and like sunbathe. And it was at one point that I thought to myself, you know what? You should really be grateful for this moment, right? Sun shining down, lazy dog sleeping, creating life with my own hands by planting seeds, except for I realized in that moment that I wasn't grateful. Like I wasn't ungrateful and I wasn't angry. But if I were really being honest with myself, at that moment, I would have given anything to be driving to Omaha to hop on a flight and fly to Big Sky, Montana, or wherever it was that I was supposed to be. And the only reason that I was at my house on that day planting seeds was because I literally had no other option. And as I was sitting there shooting all over myself, I realized, you know what? This is the new norm that we are in. And when it came to me trying to figure out what is it that I could offer my Work Warrior people, in that moment, I realized I needed to put together some webinars that would give you all tools to go from this whole stuck in survival mode into more of an, you know what? I'm going to be okay mode. And so that is why I created the Live Your Most Okayest Life webinar series. And so let me tell you all of the details so that you have a clear understanding of what we're going to be doing. So every Friday-ish, and I only say that because there is one date where it will change during the week, from 9:30 to 10:30 a.m., I will be doing an hour-long webinar on a topic that will help you move from survive into feeling more like you're okay when it comes to navigating this new norm. We're going to be kicking off the series with my Radical Acceptance webinar because it isn't until we accept that this is our new norm that we will be able to make different choices and move into a more okay state. Other topics that we're going to be talking about: how do you handle emotions under pressure? We're going to be talking about conflict resolution. Right now, everything is heightened. And so how do you go and have those conversations with your partner that will actually solve problems as opposed to create more? Emotional intelligence is going to be a topic that we talk about. And then we're also going to do a webinar on stress solutions and self-care. But how do you actually create a self-care plan that works for you versus maybe some of the ideas that float around there that aren't necessarily the things that serve us best when it comes to self-care. And so those are just a few of the topics that we will be talking about. And the whole webinar series is fluid. And so as things come up, I will be making sure to give all of my followers tips and tricks and tools on what we can do to better navigate this new norm. And having said that, I do want to let you all know that in creating this webinar series, it was super, super, super important to me that I provide tools that aren't just going to help during the COVID-19 situation, but that they would give you a foundation so that when the new norm becomes what we're used to, we will have all of these tools to help us actually move then into our best life. And so I didn't want to necessarily hop on that COVID-19 bandwagon per se. Wanted to make sure that the tools that I would give would be universal and last long after hopefully this virus is gone. So how do the webinars work? Well, each webinar is $25 and they're standalone. So there's no packages to buy. You're not required to go to all of them. If you see a topic that you think would be helpful, all you do is you buy your ticket and you show up. And when it came to pricing the webinar series, I have been given feedback in the past that sometimes my workshops are priced as such that they are prohibitively expensive for some. And this series was so important to me that I wanted to take away that barrier for most. And so that is why the pricing was decided at $25 a workshop. Now, not only are you going to get the hour-long webinar, but each of the workshops will come with a companion workbook. And the workbooks that I will be providing are the exact same workbooks that I use with my clients that pay the high-end prices. And the reason that I'm saying that is because I don't want anybody to think, oh my gosh, because of the pricing, the quality is sacrificed. No, that's not it. I have just talked to way too many people that are looking for tools right now to help them navigate this new norm that I wanted to make sure that I give you the very best that I can offer. So that's the first thing that I wanted to know about the workshop is the pricing and why I priced it that way. But the second thing that I want to tell you about our workshop is that usually when I do classes, I cap them at 10, right? I want people to be able to learn and ask questions. And what I have decided for this workshop series is I'm actually putting no cap on how many people can attend the classes at all. And there's a very specific reason that I'm doing this. So when people cap their classes, oftentimes it's to create what is called FOMO, or fear of missing out. And so oftentimes people will purchase because there's only 3 tickets left and I want to make sure I have one. But here's the thing. For this workshop series, I want you to purchase because you think that the tools that I will be offering will help make your right now better, not because you're afraid of missing out on a seat. And so why am I not capping how many people can attend? It's because, again, if somebody thinks that these tools can help them, I want to make sure that they have access to them. So anyhow, this Live Your Okayish life took a while for me to come to. I am not going to lie. The first couple of weeks at home were a struggle for me, trying to get my groove back, trying to get my creativity back. Let's be real, trying to grieve over the fact that it is quite possible that I might not take another flight this year. And so when it came to creating this, it was created with a lot of love and a lot of intention to really give practical tools to navigate this new normal. So I am so excited for this series. I am so excited to see you all in workshops. And I want to close with a story about those ridiculous seeds. So I started this video talking about how there I was shooting all over myself, that I should be grateful for the moment that I wasn't. Well, last week, wouldn't you know, my seeds sprouted. Some of the first seeds sprouted. And I remember when I looked at my little container and I saw the seed, like I got so excited. You would think that somebody just gave me an all expense paid trip to Europe. I mean, like that is how excited I was. And I remember having this moment going, oh my God, is this my life? Like being excited over seed sprouts. And then I was like, if it is, that is way okay. And the reason that I want to close with that story is because even during this upheaval of nonsense and ridiculousness and unknown and all of that stuff, you can absolutely have those moments of pure joy and excitement. But in order to get there, it really is about recognizing and accepting that this is our new norm and then arming ourselves with the tools to help us get through that new norm. So anyhow, if you have any questions or comments, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. And not only that, if you've not figured it out, all of my webinars are come as you are. Like I think today I'm wearing foundation, not sure I brushed my hair, and a sweatshirt. So you do not need to get dressed up for this. You can show up in your pajama pants if you want, because it really is come as you are and an opportunity for you to give yourself the gift of learning. So anyhow, y'all, that is all I have for you. Please stay safe and be well. And I am so excited to see some of you all in the upcoming weeks. Okay, bye y'all.